Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Belchi. That was a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
So our next speaker would be Mr. Augustine Oji. He'll be taking us on the AI part of the Mr. Augustine Oji, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning, everyone. It's nice having you all here. I'm sorry I can't turn on my camera due to some issues with my camera. So I'll be taking us on AI, what an AI is and how we can take advantage of AI. Before I do that, let me share my screen. Also, unfortunately, I won't be able to show you the entire slide, but be rest assured that all those who registered and I have the email will get the material I'm using to present. Okay, so an AI. In recent time, we have been hearing the new trend AI. Some people really, I know for sure, don't know what AI means. So what does it mean when you hear the word AI? AI stands for the word, is acronym for artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence, this means any intelligence or anything that like behave like as though it has a mind of its own, but these things or these objects are not living things. So the intelligence in that object or machine is artificial. So that's where the word AI come from. But unfortunately, we are just getting to know AI now, but AI has been in existence for a very long time. So your emails use AI. Some, when you go to bank, sometimes before you get to the bank, the door opens by itself, or maybe I think ShopRite, some malls do that. Before you get to the door opens by itself, it closes. You want to search something on Google, you say, "Hi Siri, search whatever music for me." It brings the particular music for you. Just like the last speaker said, the algorithm that helps suggest the kind of movies or skits you should watch on your YouTube, on Instagram, on Twitter, the whatever that brings the news. There are a lot of news that are flying around, but just imagine how your phone filters the one that is specific to you. Also, sometimes you can even be discussing, then all of a sudden, Jumia will now advertise the phone you are discussing with your friend, all those kind of things. These are all the work of AI. So our devices are integrated with AI. So, but AI itself, it's big. It's beyond what I have mentioned. It has different types. It has types based on different purpose. It has type based on capability. It has type based on function. It has type based on operation. We have super, we have common, we have normal. So, but again, for the purpose of this study or this training, I will restrict myself with the 4 areas of AI I want to discuss. The meaning of AI, which I've just explained, then how we can take advantage of AI and the secrets in AI that we don't hear every day. Then the last, how we can go for further course to understand more on AI, because the more you know about it, the better you are at taking advantage of AI. Now, like I said, these are the things you will see to know that an object is being controlled by an AI. This object, it must not be a living thing. It has not, it can't be anything that is made by God, like any living thing. You can't call that living thing AI because it has a mind of its own. Even rats, when a rat puts hand on fire, what happens? It withdraws and runs away. So it has a mind of its own. So you can't call a rat an AI. But we can create a rat in a lab and simulate human intelligence into it. So that rat becomes an AI version of the rat. I don't know if I'm communicating. I'm trying to give us tips and features, what we see to know that, okay, this object is driven by AI and this object is not AI. The other thing is, this object must act as though it has a human mind, like a human mind is attached to it. Of course, when we keep our remote in the house and leave the house and lock the door for 20 years and come back, the remote will remain there, nothing will happen to it. But when you install an AI in your house that has like a motion sensor or a camera that has a voice control or motion sensor, when people pass around, if the instruction on that device is to blow alarm when people pass, it do that. So as long as this thing behave as though it has a mind of its own, then this object is controlled by an AI. Another thing you should look out for, this object learns, they learn over time. When I say they learn over time, like the today AI, when you say AI today, what everybody is looking at now is, oh, ChatGPT, this AI, this AI. ChatGPT is just very, very small, a minute aspect of what we know to be AI. AI is way bigger than that. So now, but I'm going to use that as an example now. ChatGPT, if we have a database now, if something we can see if something all of us can access, you see that what ChatGPT was encoded with, what we know, what was embedded into ChatGPT's mind when they released it, compared with what it has now, it is probably times 100, because ChatGPT learns. So there are some questions you ask ChatGPT now, it will not know. Then it will tell you that, oh, I do not know this, but I'll make it further research. These are prompts that have been built into ChatGPT or models like that to continue to learn. So sometimes when you ask it for something, it gives it to you directly. But when you rephrase that same question and ask the same ChatGPT, it will give a different answer. That because it's either it has learned or it has understood it in a different perspective. So AI, one of the features you see to identify that this is an AI-driven object or machine is that it must has a mind of its own. It must behave as though it has a mind of its own. The other thing you see to know that this is an AI is that it will interact. It will interact, and like I said, I mentioned ChatGPT. Interaction now, we have to write a text or speak something, then it will go into the object, then you get a response. So if you say, please list the three common mistakes people make in Nigeria, it will give you a response. It will just bring feedback. So that interaction has to be there. So if it is like a camera, you give an instruction, it has to respond. These are things you have to see. Then the other one, it has to make a smart decision. I won't go into detail in explaining all of this so that because of time, there's so much. So we have, it sees and recognizes, and it also adapts to change. These are all the features that you have to see in a machine to now say, okay, this machine is driven by an AI. Now, going deeper, examples of an AI. Now we have, like I mentioned, ChatGPT as one of these examples. We have the one they call Del-E. This is also known as Copilot. Then we have Midjourney, we have Google Colab, we have Hugging Face Transformer, we have Stable Diffusion, we have Runway ML, we have Deep Learning, there are too many of them. There are too many. Be rest assured, you get a document that has all of this information. Now, I'll restrict myself within 4 different versions of this AI, not version actually, types. Now, there are types of AI that is text to text AI. There are some of them that is text to image AI. There are some that is text to sound AI or text to music AI. And there are some that is text to video AI. What I'm saying in essence is that ChatGPT is a text to text. What it means is that when you ask a question in ChatGPT, it will give you an answer in a text form. Example, let's say you're given an assignment in school. Say you should write an essay about maybe, I remember back then in secondary, this will always come handy. You say write an essay ending with had I known. Now, if you put this same question in ChatGPT, it will write you a comprehensive essay ending with that. All these results will come in text version. Now, but when you go to Copilot, you say generate. Remember, the other one I say you write. Now, the instruction will depend, like the result will also depend on the instruction you are giving. When you say write or list. It will give you a list of whatever you're asking. Now, but when you go to Copilot, which is not text to text, Copilot though has text to text option, but the most the advantage it has over ChatGPT is that apart from the text to text, it has text to image. You can say generate an image symbolizing AI. What you can see on your screen, you see on this banner here, you can see a robotic image that has a light glow in the eye and all of that. This was generated a few minutes ago by AI. I did that right now, not too long ago. Just say generate an image symbolizing AI. Inside the Copilot's AI interface, you see it doesn't just bring you one, it gives you option to choose from. So that kind of result is called text to image AI. Now, there are other form of AI that you give. I tell you, you can make a full music. When I say full music, I'll send you a link that you can generate at least minimum of this is free, 4 minutes long music from AI complete. This is sound, the wording, the lyrics, and everything about it. So you can do generate a country. You have to also know how to prompt, how to ask your question, how to give your instruction. It requires another kind of technique. You say generate a country music for a Nigerian audience. You will see the kind of music it will first of all generate the lyrics, and then you can now proceed by trying the sound out. So you repeat the process until you get something that sounds very nice to you. So this is kind of AI that do text to music, so like text to sound. Now, another version, which is the fourth one, like I said, I'm narrowing myself down to 4. Another version that can do text to video. You can say, generate a video of how to use AI in less than 5 minutes. The AI tool you use will generate a video. When I say video, a complete video from A to Z. Even if it's a tutorial, you say generate a tutorial on how to use or how to take advantage of AI. It will give you step-by-step video tutorial on how to use AI. I'm trying to open your mind so that you understand how big AI is. It's way bigger than just ChatGPT. It's way bigger than that. Now, all of these options I've called are just very few. There's Hugging Face. Hugging Face, this is when you watch this, you can actually see somebody remove your face. Let's say Peter Obi's face and put it on Tinubu's head. Remove Tinubu's head and put it on Peter Obi's face, and then just use them for their skits. People can actually use AI for evil, and you won't even be able to differentiate between the two. So Hugging Face is one of the AI tool that you can actually use to do this. It doesn't take anything at all. You just bring your 2 picture, generate the video, you tell it where to go, and bam, you have a very outstanding video for your audience. Now, all I've mentioned, remember that this tutorial, each of these we are discussing now can actually take a whole day. Each of these course we are doing, but for the sake of time, we're trying to give you what the fundamental you need. Even if you don't come again, you can build on it. But it will be advisable if on our next training, which we're now going to, we are going to schedule the training, we'll pick one of this whole topic and discuss it in detail so that people can understand more and learn more and empower themselves. So these options I've called out in AI, these are all the tools that can be used in AI. Now, I can't go in detail on how to use them, but in the material I will send each of the AI I mentioned and what it will be used for. Each one I mentioned and what it will be used for. Then you can now see the rest. There are those I didn't mention. I will still highlight them and highlight what it will be used for. Some of these AI have paid version, and while some of them have free version, like ChatGPT. ChatGPT 3, version 3 is free, but version 4 is paid. Now, it's not that the 3 is insignificant. The 3 is good enough if you know how to use it. But the 4 will put you on a better advantage, like you have an advantage over probably every other person. If you, of course, when you have a paid product and a free product, it definitely can be the same. So on this note, I will move on to the next. How do you, as a content creator, take advantage of AI? There are too many ways you can take advantage of AI. For the purpose of this course, I'll restrict myself to ChatGPT so that you get to see more function of what it can do. Now, let's assume you are someone who wants to go into any particular kind of business now, and you don't have an idea how to write a business plan, how to do your market survey, how to do, you are limited. All you have probably is money, right? Or what you don't even have is money, and you have the idea, but again, you still don't have enough technical know-how on how to write the business plan, how to talk to investors and all of that. When you come to ChatGPT, let me stop this screen I'm sharing and share a screen of my web page so that I will show you ChatGPT in action. I don't know if you can all hear, and if you can hear me, please, if you can hear me, raise your hand. Let me see. Okay, great, 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 great. Okay, let me go on to the ChatGPT now. Can you see my screen? Can see my screen? Okay, great. So on this tab now, I want to start a business, and I have ChatGPT. I do not know how to write a business plan. I can simply come here and say, okay, generate, or let me use the word write. Let me use the word write. Then once I'm done, just see the text, and once I'm done, I click enter. Watch the magic happen. Now, in your business plan, for those of us who are business inclined, the first thing you see in a business plan is executive summary. Now, that is exactly what ChatGPT started with, executive summary. Now, executive summary is overview of what the business is. It's a brief introduction of business farm. It's located in Lagos, and product service offered. The product service offered. These are a mission statement, business objective. Now, this is business. As you can see, what it has generated. Now, this business plan can be changed, can be fine-tuned depending on how I gave it instruction, depending on the kind of command I gave it. Know that I just said generate a business plan, a comprehensive business plan. Write a comprehensive business plan of a fish farm in Lagos, Nigeria. I already have land and source of water, and this is what you have. Now, that's one. Let me give you one. Let me try another option. Okay, write a short story of a Nigerian. Sorry, my story of a Nigerian. Now, let's the okay. No, let me do. Now, write a short story of Nigerian of. Okay, let me just enter this. I want to show you something of a Nigerian. Now, pay attention to the kind of story it will generate, right? Unfortunately, I won't give us enough time to read a long story. Remember, I was talking about how you ask your question. It's very, very important. This is the story in the bustling city of Lagos, where the sun's relentless heat temper the spirit of inhabitant, whatever, and all of that. I'm not going to read all of this. You can try this on your own now. It even chose on itself to give the character a name. You see, in time, Ade became not just an artist, but a storyteller, using his painting to weave tales of this story is not somebody's story that this ChatGPT went to steal. This is a real story that it generated all by itself. Now, one thing that is missing here is that I didn't tell ChatGPT the kind of story. Now, look at the instruction I gave to ChatGPT. I said, write a story of a Nigerian. This is vague. This is ambiguous. This is too big. But if I now said, write a story of if I say a funny story of a Nigerian, right? The storyline will be different. When I say write a 500 words story of a Nigerian girl, the story will be different. If I say write an interesting story that has an anticlimax. So what I'm saying is, in a bid to use ChatGPT and its likes, you have to be sure how exactly you want your response to come. What exactly is the question you're asking, and how exactly do you want ChatGPT or the likes of it to respond? So if I go back and say, okay, first of all, even in this, with this story, I say, okay, convert this story to a script. Now watch what will happen. It is the same story. It has broken it down into scripts and scenes. So you don't even need to hit your head, brainstorm, suffer yourself looking for who's going to, normally in making a movie, you have to have a screenplay, a screenwriter, the storyteller, the voicing, the actors, the character, the storyboard artist, all of these people. But with ChatGPT alone, you have in fact, you have a partner. In fact, having ChatGPT is like you having Albert Einstein. And Albert Einstein, in this case, knows everything. The only thing remaining is you. What do you want him to do for you? I don't know if you're following. The only thing left is what exactly do you want Albert Einstein to do for you? In this case, Albert Einstein is a doctor. If I want to say, okay, if I want to change my story, or I want to say, okay, do something else, okay, create, watch the next thing I'll do now. Remember that this is now a script, right? I'll say, okay, act as a story, but of course you need to know these terms. You need to read a little bit more, know the field you are getting into, right? If you are someone that wants to go into skit making and all of that, of course you have to read wide to know the terminologies, to know what you should be looking out for. Even in your questions, you have to use the right word so that this machine knows a lot. So you need to be specific. So act as a storyboard artist. No, let me not say act as a storyboard artist. Act as a seasoned professional. I don't know if it's a double this tautology now, because seasoned and professional looks, I think, is the same. Okay, as a seasoned storyboard artist, write a prompt on how to generate the most appropriate image for each scene. Now, okay, my appropriate is wrong for each scene. Now, what I'm asking this ChatGPT to do now is, when we go back to Copilot. Remember, I told you that Copilot does what? It generates, it can do text to image. ChatGPT cannot do text to image, right? Now, even when you go to Copilot, each of these scenes, let me go back to, let's say, I'm teaching you something now, like a skit creator or a movie producer. Now, the narrator, when the narrator is narrating something, right, the audience is supposed to see something. Now, as a producer, you do not have an idea what they should be seeing, how the place should look like, what it should look like. Now, I'm telling ChatGPT to explain to me how and what these places should look like. In scene one, what kind of environment should it be? Should it be inside a room? Should it be on the road? Should it be on top of a bridge? Should it be on top of a tree, or whatever it needs to be? These are the things I've asked ChatGPT to help me generate the instruction I'm going to use to ask the other AI tool to help me generate these things I'm talking about. Now, if I put this, okay, act as a scene storyboard artist. I even make the artist storyboard artist, and write a prompt. Prompt is instruction. In AI, they don't use the word instruction. When you say prompt, when I use the word prompt, it means the instruction that I need to generate the images I need for my scenes. So let me see the response I will get. Now you say storyboard prompt echoes, right? Let me go. Now, scene one, Lagos neighborhood day. So neighborhood, okay, Lagos neighborhood, it shows you it's going to be a day, not a night scene. Now, objective, capture the vibrant essence of Lagos with its bustling streets, markets women with gele headscarf, and children playing football. Is describing what the scene should look like. I will go further after this. I won't finish this whole thing because it's going to take a long. After this, you go to another AI tool that when you put this instruction, let me go back to that number one. When you go to this instruction here, scene one, copy it and put it on that other AI tool. It will generate the image that represents, that looks everything that it has described, it will show on that image. So now this is what ChatGPT can do for you. You can use it to generate a business plan. You can use it to do assessment. You can use it to solve mathematics. You can use it to do a whole lot of things. Even when you want to undertake some kind of risk in business, you can ask it a question to help you assess and analyze the kind of risk, if it's going to be beneficial or not for you. So this is what the kind of advantage. Remember, I'm discussing the advantage, how you can take advantage of Chat GPT or the AI, the generative AI. Now, with this few point of mine, I believe you understood, and you have understood how you can take advantage of ChatGPT and its likes. So just like a bonus, let me use Copilot as an example to generate one of the scenes so that you understand how you can actually work with more than two AI tools at the same time, so that when you are creating a story, you have in the back of your head what it looks like, right? Let me share another screen that will show you what the other tool looks like. Just a moment. I'm trying to share my other screen. If you can hear me, let me see your hands up. Hello. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen now?
No.
Oh, okay. Give me a moment. I'm trying to. It's not up. You should be able to see my screen now. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's coming on.
Very good. Okay. This is the prompt I'm trying to generate. Now, if you watch here, you can see Copilot. In fact, let me go back from the game in case. So let's say on Google, let's say generate, in case you forget how to go about finding this image. You see, I just went to Google, I type generate an image of a rich Nigerian man. Okay, Nigerian man. I click enter. Now, this is what I have based on my Google what's called arrangement. Now, you can see search, you see Copilot, you see image, you see video, you see map, you see and all of that. This is Copilot. Click on Copilot. When you click on Copilot, because I said the word generate, the AI tool will immediately swan into action of generating. Now, while the generation is going on, this is all computer generated. So if you click any of them, it will open. Can you still see my screen? So
Yes.
if you can see what, based on what it knows, what a rich Nigerian man looks like. Now I can change this look by altering my instruction. Okay, let the Nigerian man be clothed in what's called Igbo, let's say Igbo attire, and in a farm settlement. I hope I'm not settlement. Let's see what happens. Remember, this is the same person, the same tool, but now I have changed my instruction. Let's see what it will bring up. Now, what I'm trying to let you understand is, either way, right? You have too many AI tools. This is the same thing. You can see that the result now is different. This is a clean Nigerian man. This is all generated by AI. I didn't do anything to get this image, and you can download this image for absolutely free. Nothing. You don't owe anybody anything for this image. Just click download, click on it, it will open. You see download, you download, then you use. So this is an aspect of the AI. Another tool. Remember, I mentioned there's text to text AI, there's text to image, there's text to music, there's text to video. I've buttressed on the point for text to text, text to image. I'm not going to go into text to music or text to video. But what I want you to understand is that in giving AI instruction, you really have to understand what and how it works before you can utilize it to its full potential. There's a YouTube channel that was okay, let me check. There's a YouTube channel that that was created by a Nigerian. The YouTube channel is I think at the last time I checked was 3 months old. It was already generating up to 15 million views already on their videos. They didn't have up, as at the time I checked, they didn't have up to 10 videos. You know what these people were doing? They will go to ChatGPT, generate a story, convert it to scenes, tell the scenes to prompt them on how to generate these images I've generated for you right now. When the images are generated, they'll now go back to Canva, use Canva and edit the video. No, they will take that same script and go to another ChatGPT that do text to voice. So this is a tool that when you put that story that you've copied from ChatGPT into that tool, it will read it as though it's telling a story. So it will tell the story, then they will pick that voiceover and put it under this image, and the image will be changing. When they are talking about the shop image will show. When they are talking about the girl will show. When they are talking about the car will show. So they just slide and slide and slide. This is the only thing this channel is doing, and they are already wrecking. They started making money on their 3rd month in YouTube. Normally, most people don't make money till after 2 years, because you need at least minimum of, like my second I've said, the first speaker I've said, you need a minimum of at least 3,000 subscribers and 3,000 watch hours, a minimum of 500 subscribers, and at least 2 or 3 videos in 90 days, in 3 months. So, but these people are putting videos like every 2 or 3 weeks. You're already making a lot of money in less than 3 months. So, meaning that if you're a skit maker, you want to make skits, you have your storyteller here, you have your storyboard artist here. If you are whatever industry, now if you are a business person, you want to promote your own business, you can tell ChatGPT, let me still use this same one that is still showing you that you already think is only for images. Let me use and generate another text. I say this one has advantage over ChatGPT because it does both text to text and text to image. Let's say I I have a honey brand. Let me give you an example. Write out a 1 month, okay, a 1 month content creation calendar for my honey business. This content should be easy to understand and require low costs to create. Now let's see what happens. You see, week 1, motivation Monday, that's what I titled it, right? Content idea: share an inspiring quote or personal story related to success, resilience, or self-improvement. Format: create a graphic with the quote overlaid on a beautiful background. You can use free design tools like Canva. Cost: minimal, free. So free, if you can use Canva free templates. This is week 1, this is week 2, this is week 3, I'm telling you how these AI tools can transform one's life, no matter the kind of business you are in. You see, I'm discussing this and I just decided to do this. You can see what I have, right? Now, you can consistently post this on your Instagram, your Facebook, your YouTube, and all of that. And if you want to change your instruction to be a YouTube, a video content, you have to specify on your instruction that it should be a video content. You don't bother yourself about how to come up with the idea, how to do this or how to do that. Everything is covered already. I don't know if you are excited. I feel excited explaining this to you. Now, funny as it may sound, I was taught. I do not choose to hide this knowledge. We need to start, earning much from the online presence. The AI has come to stay. Africa is lacking behind. Europe has gone for so far. There are many movies that comes out today that it is not done by people, AI generated fully, and they are making a lot of money. And you are watching YouTube and wasting data and all of that. All you need to do is to do what? Go out there, all you need right now is to sit down. All I'm saying, regardless of the fact I'm using my laptop, right? You don't have a laptop, no excuse. All of these tools are mobile friendly, all of them. Just write out what you want to do and how you want to go about it. Now, I'm going to cut off on the taking advantage. I believe I've buttressed this point so much enough. Now, the next thing I'm going to speak on in the secrets in AI, no one else will tell you. I've already given you a lot of secrets, but there are other things I will tell you, right? Number 1, there are several types of prompts. I mentioned prompts. Prompts, I will explain prompt as an instruction, right? You use to get feedback from an AI. Now, if you decide to do something or ask questions or try to generate something from AI now, I bet you that the result you get will not be as good as one I will get right now, because I've understood, I have studied, and I've understood to an extent, not so much as I even want, to an extent, how to manipulate this prompt to give you the exact and the desired result. The only thing you need is your imagination. Treat AI as though you are speaking to someone. You're trying to explain to someone how you want them to get your job done. Every detail you need to tell them. This is exactly how you treat AI. When you're asking questions, every detail. You need the person to be on a white shirt, blue jean. You need the person to have a canvas, or you want the person to put on a palm shoes. You want the person to be wearing a hat. You don't want the person to wear a hat. You want the person to be in a house, to be on top of a building, on top of a tree, whatever. All this should go into your prompting. Your prompting is what is where your power is. So that is number one. Number two, even if you don't understand prompting very well, remember what I did here. Can you hear me? Remember what I did at this point. I hope you can still see my screen. I first of all asked, yes. I first of all asked it to create image of a rich Nigerian guy, right? He gave me this. Now, the secret number two is that even if you don't understand prompting very well, they give you results. From the results, AI behaves like a human being, right? It does not forget the first instruction. I didn't go about repeating everything. All I did the next was to say, okay, let the Nigerian man be clothed in Igbo attire and in a farm settlement. So it might not be the exact face, but it tries as much as possible to use clothes. Now, it gives me still Nigerian Igbo man clothed. So if I go further and say, let's say, the uh, Igbo, let the Igbo man be in, okay, let me use a room. You see that it's suggesting to me, right? Be in a room. Let me use that. Be in a room. Let's see what happens. So you can continue to change and shape and shape and shape your instruction until you get the last result. That is the other secret in AI that you don't find in the market. Now I'll move on. Why is generating? I'll move on to the next third one. Okay, yeah, I just spoken the third one. The first one is you have to give your prompt correctly. The second one is you have to write, like the first one is to write everything correctly. Then the second one is even when it is not correct. The third one, even when it is not completely correct, you continue to make change as you go. Then the fourth one now is you have to tell it the kind of place, the kind of environment. You have to be in context, right? Like detail the background. If you give a background detail of the place you want the woman to be, it will give you see what we have now, right? So it's inside the room. So if you want to change the detailing in this background, you change it. So and all of that is also a secret that you don't find it randomly. Now, you can also adjust your prompt. This is the fourth one. You can also adjust your prompt, right? They said this iterative approach allow you to fine tune the iteration and guide the AI towards your create as the main result, the output you want, right? So even if when you have changed it and it's giving you something, but it's not exactly you, this thing is not like a phone call where you are burning your airtime. Is your data. The data you use for this is not as much as one you used to watch the movies you see on YouTube. So all you need to do is to continue to change and continue to change until you get the exact thing you are looking for in the design. So the other one is role play. Playing a role, like, okay, I said he should be a storyboard. Remember the other in the chat GPT, I said he should become a seasoned storyboard artist and do this and do that and do that. So you have to tell ChatGPT, okay, let's say if it's business plan you want to generate, you can tell him, okay, act as or be a or produce this as a professional businessman. What is this and that and that? Do you understand? This is role play in that. So all this I've given you now, these are all very similar. Now let me give you one that is very, very different. Now you can also choose to, you can choose to use examples. Let's say, okay, fine, you are trying to generate an image of something, right? And you already have a picture of it. So while you are generating, let me go back to that place. You see, while you are generating, you can see this plus here. Okay, no, not this one. Something is blocking me. There's something here before I click enter, like an attachment. When you click that attachment, it will give you option to upload your own image and add it. So you say, okay, generate an image of a Nigerian rich man, just like the image below. Bam, you send it. It will give you something similar. in it gives you something exact. Even if it's a write-up you're trying to do, you have a presentation you want to do, you say, okay, give me design a newsletter similar to this. You upload the newsletter you are trying to do, and AI will generate a newsletter that looks similar to the one you've uploaded. I don't know if I'm communicating, and I don't know if you are excited to get to know what I'm telling you today. If you're excited, let me see your hands. Okay, that's great. So remember, like I said, I'm going to send you this document on your emails. I believe many of you got emails before yesterday. I got text message. The list now is a list of schools. What I have taught you today is nothing but less than 1% of what you need to know to utilize AI to its fullest. Now, but there are schools, online schools, you can enroll in their courses. It will give you a lot more you need to know about AI. You get to know how to do prompting very well, how to utilize them. You even get to be exposed to a lot of other AI tools that are mind-blowing. Now, so some of these tools, you have Google Cloud, you have Coursera, you have MIT OpenCourseware, EDX, and ALX. Now, all this, okay, this one, let me see if I can just share this one on the platform immediately. Meanwhile, the other ones you will get in the email. I hope you can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sharing this list
Yes.
on the platform immediately. So ALX is number 6. I've sent it on the message chat box. ALX is number 6. I am trained by ALX. If you are wondering how I got to know this and how good I am on this, ALX, I was trained by ALX. I finished a program with ALX, and I am not even as good as I want to be. So you can go to ALX. They are offering a very free program, and these programs are intensive. They are really, really demanding. But I bet you, if you utilize this free, you see, I send the links. So the Coursera is a free. All the links you see there is free. ALX, I didn't send a link. You just type ALX, it will open. There are many programs they run. You can just choose any one. If it's AI, you choose AI to go into AI. Now there is a bonus to our course. This is the last thing. A bonus to our course. The bonus I'm going to give now is about the give me a second, let me get that. Okay. Okay, yeah, the bonus is about the prompting. Remember, okay, there's the prompting and the terms used in in AI. So in the course of this training, you've heard me talk about prompts. I mentioned AI, of course, you know that one, but there are other words that are used when discussing AI that you need to get familiar with. And some of these words, they will sound strange when you hear them from somewhere. So, but I will need you to embrace yourself, and all you need to do is to get into researching. You hear things like algorithm, you hear machine learning, you hear deep learning, you hear neural network, you hear natural language processing, you hear reinforcement, you hear LLM with small s. That's large language model. Basically, Copilot, ChatGPT, Dale, which other one again? There are many of them. I can't remember all of them now. All these ones I've mentioned, these are all LLM. So LLM is large language model. A large language model is the kind of AI tool that do what I've shown you today. They collect your instruction, and they give you output, right? So some can be text to image, some can be text to video, some can be text to text, some can be text to music, text to sound. And you have deep learning. Deep learning is different. Machine learning there, because of time, there's a tutorial I would have there's a training I would have shown you how you can actually train these machines so that they can recognize things like right here and now. I'll open a link and train it on how to probably recognize my mouse. If it sees mouse, it will recognize. When I raise my hand, it will know I'm raising my hand. You know, a lot of these things. So this I've mentioned is a bonus. So we have generative adversarial network. We have artificial general intelligence. There's artificial intelligence. There's overrifting. There's computer vision. There's reinforcement learning. These are all bonuses I've mentioned. So I'll need you to. I'll also put this there. You just read a little bit about what it means. Now, finally, before I hand over the microphone back to our moderator, I would like to say this. Number one, what we have done today is just a snippet, a glimpse of what the Happy Foundation have in store for humanity. There's a plan that one of will pick a date, and like speaker number one didn't practicalize how to create a YouTube channel. I know some of you might be disappointed in that, but the time is not enough. Now he will show you actually doing it while you're seeing it, how to create a YouTube channel, how to use at least one of those tools he has mentioned, how to upload, how to live stream. Then if it is on my own side, maybe I would have just created one full story so that you also see how it is done. So like we know, all these things we discussed today is too many for the time frame that we have. But because of our commitment, if we show interest, I will send a link on this platform now that if you are interested, right, on the subsequent training, just your details, then we will organize the next session that is coming. It's going to be specific, tailored to one particular training. We're going to train on that. Once the training is once we commence the training, I will have to finish it and make sure that you really learned and understood how to use which of the two. I've sent the link now. It register. The people that are registered, we're going to it mustn't be people here. You can send to your friends and family who you think that needs this training. All the things you have mentioned, each of them will be taken one by one and be treated, and many more things will come into the curriculum. It's also going to continue to be free. And apart from being free, and maybe when we start getting sponsored, maybe once in a while, our founder has a way of incentivizing us. So I just wish to say thank you for listening, and it's now time for questions. If you have any question, the floor is open for your question. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Augustine. That was a wonderful session. But my head is hot. My head is so hot. And I know that every other person can feel the same way too. So if you have any questions, you can just do that by a show of hand and I'll call your name. Do you have questions for Mr. Augustine? Okay, Chibuzo. Chibuzo.
Yes, good
Your
morning.
hand is raised. Good morning.
No, I didn't raise my hand. I don't have question.
So you can put down your hand, please.
Okay.
All right, John. John, are you there?
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah,
Good morning.
Yeah, my question goes like this. I want to ask Mr. Austin, you made mention of text to image, text to sound, and text to video kind of a thing on this Copilot. Is it possible? Is it the same like this? I want to get something from the text to sound or music. Is it on the Copilot? I will just put the instructions there on the Copilot and it will now translate everything to sound immediately. Or I have to use another app, or there's a specific app that I have to go there and do the thing or something. Then secondly, and can I be able to use Copilot to generate a link or a website that someone might visit? You know, I'm trying to like have a link, create a link for myself that I can, put some content there will I be able to use Copilot to do that? Like, some, like, I've tried something on ChatGPT, can generate some code on what I wanted to do particularly. So I don't know if it is possible.
Okay. John, I hear you. The sound question number one is sound. The text to music or sound option is not on Copilot. Like I mentioned, large language model, that's the common noun for all these AI tools that we can use to do all these things I've mentioned, right? Like when you say furniture is a common noun for chair, table, and all of that. So the common noun for all these things is large language model. Now there are too many of them. So Copilot does text to text or text to image. GPT does text to text. So there are other ones, a different one. I don't. Okay, let me mention the name. Give me a second. There are okay. There is one they call 11 Lab. 11 Labs. Let me let me open it and send you the link. 11 labs.ai, right? So that's where you do text to voice or text to music. Can you hear me? So, like I mentioned before, I've sent it there now. Like I mentioned before, this AI is huge, it's a lot. And every day hundreds of them different options is coming out. So it depends on what you want to do. You choose what works for you. So that one is different. Now, for your second question, how you can, if Copilot can help you generate a link. I guess what you're trying to say is that you want to design, you want on your own website, and you're trying to create a website, and you also want to see how Copilot can help you host it. Speaker one mentioned it. What you can do there is very easy. ChatGPT or Copilot can help you generate the content that will be on the site you want to design, right? Let's say you want to talk about yourself or you want to talk about the product and all of that. Then Copilot can also generate images you want to put on the site. But the overall website for somebody in another place to be able to open it on their phone without calling you, you go to Canva. Hmm? On the Canva, there's usually a text area where you search. Put there website. It will give you templates. So if there are free one and there's paid one, click on the free one, open it. All the things you have generated from ChatGPT or Copilot, them there page by page. It's very easy. Once you open it, you see that it's very easy. So you copy from your Copilot, you put on page one, copy to page two, and all of it. Just put it the way you like it. Then once you are done, on the Canva, you see publish. Once you publish, you see a link, one link. Take that link and send it to anybody anywhere. They will see that thing you have done. They will see it as your stuff. But the only issue there is that link will not be, let's say it is my honey business. I'll say, okay, queenshoney.com. It will not be like that. It will now be maybe John dot some things that you don't even understand, then dot Canva dot whatever then .com. That's a link. But he mentioned, first speaker mentioned, the way you can go around that is you copy that your link, go to another page they call URL shortener. Shorten you okay, just go on Google, type shorten my URL. I've sent it to you. It will bring a page where you cut your link and put it there. Click shorten. They will convert to one very tiny small something. If you look at the poster you use to register for this thing, you see that link, I use link shortener to shorten it, right? So it is the same. It won't be as long as before, but it will be nice and it will be simple and it will be easy. So that's what you now use to send to people. So that link will now be working as against that one that Canva gives you. I don't know if I've answered your question. So by this, I assure you, you have a website that is live. You don't need to pay for hosting, you don't need to pay for anything at all. Even the writing will be, this whole thing can be done in 2 hours maximum. Say you are not sure yet, but once all your materials is ready, in 30 minutes, you should have a website. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah.
You're welcome.
Okay, Peter has a question. He dropped it in the chat box. He said, can you command the AI to generate or create a video aligned with your command?
Align with your command. I'm not sure I understand that. Can you ask it directly so that maybe he will explain better? Peter, can you talk?
He said his mouthpiece is not working.
Okay, let me see where he. Okay, I see it. Peter Adipe, right?
Yes.
Please, my question. I'm not sure, but let me try and answer the question, right? When you remember that all the AI I've given you as an example, none of them does text to video. Text to video is still different. Just like John asked me for text to sound is different. That's how text to video is different. Now, when you tell AI to give you, when you use text to video AI, right? It's based on what you are asking it to give you. Let's say I say generate a video. Okay, wait, I think I have a video. Okay, don't worry. Let me continue. So maybe before end, I'll look for it. So when you say AI, please generate a video for me that generate a video of one. How would I put it now? A video of honey, right? A honey being eaten by a Nigerian man. I'm just thinking. I can't think of anything better. A Nigerian man eating honey, right? It will generate that video for you. If you now say, I've seen the video I generated 2 days ago. Now note that this video,
Sure, you've heard the news about AI changing the.
This video was done by my phone. I was in a bus going somewhere. I decided to do this video, right? Please, I don't know if you're able to hear the sound, but let me try and see if you're able to see the video. It was done, like I said, I was in a bus on my mobile phone. I generated this video, and the instruction was you should generate a video on how to use AI or something. I think it was because of this course, this presentation. That's when I experimented on this. Okay.
Sure, you've heard the news about AI changing the game, but how do you make it work for you? Let's dive into the art of crafting effective AI prompts. Crafting an AI prompt is like baking a cake. You need the right ingredients in the right amounts. First, be specific. The more specific your prompt, the better the AI understands what you want. Say, write a 200-word engaging script about crafting AI prompts, not just write about AI. Next, clarity is key. Avoid ambiguous language and be clear about your desired outcome. This means using precise terms and not leaving room for interpretation. Also, consider the context. Providing background information can drastically improve the relevance.
I'm sorry I took your time, but I just needed you to see a bit of it. I hope you all saw that, right? Now, I use an app on the phone called iVideo. iVideo. iVideo does text to video generation. So go to Play Store, check iVideo, just iVideo. You see it is blue. It will help you do whatever instruction you give it. It will give you. So if it doesn't give you the exact thing you're looking for, change your language, modernize it, just iterate it some more, then give it again to give you. I believe I've answered your question, Peter. Excuse me.
Peter, as the question has been answered, you can put it in the chat box so that we can know. He said yes.
Okay, that's good. So I think Hilary is raising his hand. Hilary, please, you can talk. Ask a question.
Okay, thank you so much, Chibuzo. I'm so happy for the presentation.
It's Augustine.
My question, sorry, Mr. Augustine, sorry.
All right.
My question goes like this. You make mention of it, but it wasn't clear to me actually. Can you work with different AI tools? Can you work together with them, like to create something you really want? Maybe one of it is not creating it well. They need to combine 2, 3, 4 or so to create something you want. Is it possible?
Yes, that's a very good question. In fact, it's one of the things I was supposed to buttress on, but I forgot. Now, ChatGPT, let me give you, because of this question, let me give us another bonus, right? apart from ChatGPT, there's one called it's called Perplex. Let me send you the link, right? ChatGPT, Perplex, right? ChatGPT does text to text. Perplex does text to text. Now, those who do more of academic work, researching paper and all of that, if you use ChatGPT and research a particular topic and use Perplex and research the same topic, Perplex will give you a more comprehensive results with links to where they got their information from more than ChatGPT. It still doesn't mean that ChatGPT will not give you anything. But what you do is, like he is asking, right? If I want to generate a story about a particular thing, that same question I put on ChatGPT, if I was you, I put it on Copilot, then I put it on Perplex and see the three results. Which one makes more sense, right? Or which one is more intriguing or is more captivating than others? Then I might also, start changing from the one that I choose best. So you can actually work with as many as possible, but know that when you're working with text to text, work with text to text. Some are text, like I said, if you go to Copilot, there's area that will give you, let me go back and show you that Copilot area. There's area that you have to be on for the result to be on text. There's the area you have to be on for the result to be on image. So if you go and put it on image and asking it for a text question, it might not give you a correct answer, right? So if you are in the text area, ask the text question. If you are in the image area, ask an image question. I don't know if that's clear. Is that clear?
Hilary. He said yes. That is clear.
Okay. Now I just showed you something now, right? See on the right hand side, you see Copilot, you see designer, you see vacation planner, you see cooking assistant, you see fitness trainer. Can you see that? Now,
Yes,
if,
yes.
good. So if it's on Copilot, it's basically, it's not that it will not do text to image, but it's basically waiting for you to give it text question so that text result will come. Now, but even if you have done that by chance, copy your question and change it to designer. That's when you expect your result to be a graphics image. Do you understand? That's this applicable to Copilot only because Copilot has the power to do text to text and text to image. But ChatGPT is just text to text. Perplex is just text to text. There's Cloud, there's Dale. All of this, and there are too many of them. But expect the material after the training.
Okay,
All right.
thank you so much, sir.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Thank you so much, Mr. Augustine.
You're welcome.
Please let's try to fill the form that was in the chat box, please. Let me copy it and send it in. For those who have not filled, let me copy it again and send. Thank you so much for this wonderful session. It's been mind-blowing. I'm speechless, actually. Very, very speechless. It's been so wonderful. And I know that we've gained a lot. Our notepad is full. Don't worry, we'll get the slides. It will be sent to your email. And someone asked if the recording will be shared. The team will decide on that. And if the recording will be shared, it will be sent to your mail. You'll get that in your mail. But let us try to fill the form. That if we have information to pass to you, you will get your the information sent to you. Okay, Chiku, you said what?
Oh no, you already answered. I was like, what's the form for? But you already answered.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. So our closing remark would be, I don't know if Mrs. Rosemary is on the call.
Hello, please. This form, is it because I filled a form before joining? Do we fill it again?
This is
Or
another form. So please
oh,
fill it again. Yes.
okay, thank you.
You're
Okay,
welcome.
the form, right? Like I said, that this training today is just small of each of the topics that is there. So after discussing with our founder and she approves, we'll come up with another training. Now, let's say we'll now handle ChatGPT like a whole, to be just a whole session for ChatGPT alone, or a whole session for YouTube creation alone, or a whole session for any of those topics that we covered, because this time is really not enough. As you can see, I had to rush, speaker one had to rush, and yet we couldn't do practicals of all we needed you to learn. But again, we have empowered you enough to do more research and continue to develop. So if you fill the form and once she approves, you get our email, and once the time of the training is agreed upon, you also get notified and we'll reach you through that. That's the essence of the form. I don't think Mrs. Rose is here on this call right now.
No, she's not. She's
Okay.
not on the call.
So is Mrs. Sheila? She's also not here as well.
No, she's not on the call too.
Okay. Rita, are you here? Rita, is that Blessing Obodo or another Rita? Okay.
I'm here.
Okay, please, can you help us do like a closing remark?
I just joined. No quite on my network from here, so I don't really know what has been.
I actually thought it's a Blessing Obodo. That's one of our facilitators. Sorry.
No.
Now I heard the voice. All right. In the absence of all the other facilitators, I, Oji Augustine, I am happy that we attend this training. The essence of this training, like the moderator earlier specified or told us, is to make sure that we are empowered, and to also open our eyes to the present reality. In no distant time, the world will move ahead and leave Africa behind. Are you going to be one of those that will be left behind? The first speaker said that soon AI will take the food off his table. His reality is true. There's what they call copywriting. Sorry, I want to talk again, but I just want to make you understand. That's what they call copywriting. Copywriting is the kind of writing people do for a specific purpose. So, say Glow want to do an advert. They meet someone who is a professional copywriter to write a small text that will be very specific to the advert they want to do. It's not every writer that can write that kind of writes. But today, copywriters are no longer seeing jobs, because once you want to do any copywriting, you go to AI. Now, it is you and I who are first in this AI that want to understand it better, that be first to start enjoying the benefit of AI. Africa is still far, far behind. So even if you, at the end of the day, don't want to do any business with want to run any personal business, you don't want to do any content creation or all of that, AI now, industries that are venturing into AI, they are looking for AI experts, engineers, prompt engineers, and all of that. When you go through those links that was shared, right, and you choose to do any of those programs, you might do advanced, pay small money and do advanced and certified. Just put it on your LinkedIn profile. I'm telling you, see jobs. Is a lot of jobs out there now. The minimum you can get right now in AI is like $2,000 a month. That's the minimum. That's for company that is still coming up. $2,000 a month. That's a lot, and you don't need to go anywhere. You do this job from your house. As long as you have light and internet, you are good. So let's try. I will say for sure, if you think I have done a good job, right? You think I understand this thing that I've taught you. The people I learned this thing from is ALX. I didn't pay one kobo to learn this. So go to ALX, try to find out more about them, apply for their this thing, and get involved, so that you can also be an AI expert that understand how it works and start using it for your own good and for the good of humanity. Remember, AI has its own bad side. I can remove your face and put on somebody's face and claim that what this person said is like that. Now, use it to blackmail you. So you can use AI for good and for bad, but you have to choose the good, because we are good Africans and we are good Nigerians. And I pray that what we have learned today becomes a stepping stone to our future. The video, by the grace of God, will be shared, but it might not come today or tomorrow. It will take time to come. Once it is ready, it will be shared to your emails, or we'll upload the video on our YouTube, whatever. But just be rest assured, you'll be communicated, and God bless you, and thanks for attending, and thanks for the patience. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming to this session. Thank you, Peter, Cassandra, Chibuzo, John, Lizzie. Thank you so much. Odin, Moyoshola, Odufuwa, Ogechuku, Rita. Who else on the call? Hilary, Chukuma Francis. Thank you so much for attending this session. Thank you so much. So till next time, see you all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.